Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunjari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Govinda Saki Bhurati Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Govinda Srinivasa Govinda Srinivasa Govinda Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Nitai Goda Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Shri Shri Radha Govinda Nasaki Brinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Shri Gaumika Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Hare Krishna to everybody. Happy to meet you after a long time. Dear friends, all the students, Sreyas students, very, very happy to be with you all. So today, I'll take one verse from Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 31st verse, 9.31. You can share that. Then you go back, you can share. It's possible to share. 9.31.
Yes, Prabhu, we'll be sharing 1 minute.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma Sasvachantim Nigacchati Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Any one of you want to chant? You want to chant? Chant.
Kshipram bhavati dharmatma Shantim nigacchati
Shantim Nigacchati
Teya pratijanehi
Kaunteya Pratijanihi
Bhakta pranashyati.
Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. He quickly becomes righteous, attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Purport. This should not be misunderstood. In the 7th chapter, the Lord says that one who is engaged in mischievous activities cannot become a devotee of the Lord. One who is not a devotee of the Lord has no good qualifications whatsoever. The question remains then, how can a person engage in abominable activities, either by accident or by intention, be a pure devotee? This question may justly be raised. The miscreants, as stated in the 7th chapter, who never come to the devotional service of the Lord, have no good qualifications. As is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, generally a devotee who is engaged in the 9 kinds of devotional activities is engaged in the process of cleansing all material contamination from the heart. He puts the Supreme Personality of Godhead within his heart, and all sinful contaminations are naturally washed away. Continuous thinking of the Supreme Lord makes him pure by nature. According to the Vedas, there is a certain regulation that if one falls down from his exalted position, he has to undergo certain ritualistic processes to purify himself. But here, there is no such condition because the purifying process is already there in the heart of a devotee. Due to his remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead constantly, therefore the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare should be continued without stoppage. This will protect a devotee from all accidental fall downs. He will thus remain perpetually free from all material contaminations. Om Ajnanatimandasya Jnanajnashlakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshatalani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravaktarunda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare. So Lord says, He is always there to protect His devotees. But how we can get that protection? Directly from the Lord. As Lord in the heart, as Paramatma, He is always there for us. But we got to follow His instructions. Machitta Sarvadurgani. Lord says, Machitta Sarvadurgani. Durgani means problems of this material world. Machitta, we are conscious of me all the time. All the obstacles, Durgani. Mat Prasada Tarisyasi. By my grace, everything will be removed. How? Na Shoshasi Vinakshati. You got to hear from me. Shoshasi. You got to hear from me. How we can hear from Krishna? Like Arjuna, we can hear from Krishna? No. Studying the Shastras. Hearing from Guru. Hearing from the devotees. Sitting with the devotees and discussing Krishna Katha is all hearing. Atachatam Ahankara. You don't hear to me. Na Shoshasi Vinakshasi. You don't listen to me. If you don't hear to me, Na Shoshasi, if you don't listen to me, Vinakshasi, you are lost. You are lost in the jungle. You are lost in the samsara saga. So hearing is the most important process in Krishna consciousness. That's what Prahlad Maharaj says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Iti Om Prapita Vishnu, not for anybody else, only for Vishnu. Iti Om Prapita Vishnu, Bhakti Chandavarakshana. Kriyate Bhagavad Yadga, Tanmanye Adidam Uttamam, Uttamam. This is the best education. That means following the 9 angas of Bhakti, 9 parts of Bhakti. It starts from Shravanam. And Shravanam is good, hearing from the proper source. Not hearing from anybody, any tongue they carry. No, it will not help us. It's a consciousness that matters. Who is speaking? What is his consciousness? How is he practicing? It counts on that. From such kind of a devotee, wants the Guru, or the devotee is very serious to become purify himself. He is desperate to become a pure devotee. What I hear from such kind of people. When we start hearing, everything changes. When the hearing is poor, there will be a lot of calamities in spiritual life. So Lord says, I'll protect him. How? When he takes shelter. Shelter of a pure devotee. Shelter of a Guru. Shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's representative. A Guru's representative who is in the parampara. What happens? The person who is in the parampara, when he speaks Krishna consciousness, the audience is very serious to hear Krishna consciousness, wants to upgrade their consciousness. Then what happens? From heart to heart, a connection is there. Divya Jnana Hide Prakashito. Prema Bhakti Jalo Iti Avidya Vinasha Jati. Vedega Jahara Charito. When you sincerely hear, Krishna manifests as Chit potency. He comes there. The Lord manifests. He will connect from heart to heart. He's not just reading a book. Fine, nothing wrong. One can read the book, study the book, it's good, it's important. But Shravanam is very, very important. Very, very important. That's a regularly devotee should gather, discuss Krishna Katha, and hear from a devotee who is better elevated than oneself. That will help us a lot. When we hear from Guru, what happens? When we hear from a pure Vaishnava, what happens? We possess his qualities. It's not just hearing sound vibration. What are the qualities he has? We possess those qualities. This is very, very important. Daksha told his sons, Haryashvas, Lord has told me I have to increase the progeny. Now, my dear children, how many 10,000 sons Haryashvas? I am telling you now, on behalf of the Supreme Lord, because Lord has given me the charge to increase the progeny, population of the world, because I am Prajapati, Daksha. Now you go to Narayana Sarasu, sit down there and do nice tapas, go through austerities, perform the austerities, then you come back, get married, and increase the population. That's your service. That is your service. Yes, Father, we'll do that. These 10,000 boys, very good boys, they walked to Narayana Sarasu. They sat there, they were doing wonderful tapas. Such beautiful austerities they were performing as per the instructions of the Shastras. Perfect. There comes Nardamuni. Wow. Look at these boys, 10,000 boys. They're performing austerity so nicely, so wonderfully. For what? To get entangled in this material world? For what? Just to get married? For what? Just to increase the population? No. Such wonderful devotees, they should go back to Godhead. So Narada Muni tells one story. There was a city. There one man was there. He is the all in all. That place, there's one hole is there, Gila. When you go inside, you will not come out. And then in that place, there is one prostitute is there. Very frivolous mind. And she has a husband. This prostitute is of not good character. And then there is one river is there, which is flowing in both the directions. And there's a swan is there. This swan is always making noise. And there is one wheel is there. Is the thunderbolts and blades is always rotating. And there's a house is there with 24 elements. He told the story. What is the meaning of this one? A bila is there. If you get into the bila, the hole will not come back. That is, you escape from this material world, you'll never come back to this material world. When you go back to spiritual world. One personality is there. He's all in all. He's the God, Krishna. One prostitute is there. He's the polluted intelligence. Prostitute husband is the jiva, conditioned soul. And there's a river is there. It's flowing on both sides. There's a samsara chakra. If you get into the river, you cannot come out. So once if you fall into the samsara chakra, you cannot come out. But there's a swan is there, always is chattering Vedic mantras. There is Krishna consciousness is there in form of scriptures. And there's a wheel is there with the blades and thunderbolts. There's a time pact. A house is there with the 24 elements, this body. So the purpose of life is to enter to the villa and get away. So these 10,000 boys, brahmacharis, they heard this. When they heard this, what they did? They circumambulated Narada Muni 3 times and walked towards the north. They thought there's no point performing austerities for material enjoyment. Whatever you do in the material world is a dukkalem ashashvatam. Naknoti mahatmanaha samsiddham paramavitaha. Lord Krishna says, samsiddhim, those who perfect their lives in Krishna consciousness. Again, they'll not come back to this place, which is miserable, and everything is temporary. So these boys, they heard only one story from Narada Muni, no questions. They circumambulated, walked towards the north. When Daksha heard this, he became very angry. What is this fellow Narada Muni? I am following the instruction of the Lord. How come Narada Muni can interfere? Anyway, it happened. Again, you'll have another 1,000 sons, Sreyas. My dear sons, again, like your brothers, just go to Narayana Sarasu, do tapas and come back. Yes, Father. They go and do nice tapas there on the banks of the Narayana Sarasu. Narada Muni comes there. Oh, Hariya Shiva's brothers. So wonderful. Same story once again. The same story they hear, Sreyas. After hearing, they circumambulate Narada Muni. Hare Krishna, Narada Muni, thank you very much. Offer obeisances and walk towards the north. This time is burning. Daksha is burning. What is wrong with Narada Muni? He uses abusive language to Narada Muni. How dare he can do this? But Narada Muni knows everything. He goes to Daksha, he meets Daksha. When he meets Daksha, Daksha is fuming, is hissing like a snake. Hey, what is wrong with you? You appear like a sannyasi, but you're not a sannyasi. You're a murkha. Lord has told me I'm a Prajapati. I'm supposed to increase the progeny, population of this world. That's my job, service to the Lord. What have you done? First 10,000 boys is spoiled. Another 1,000 boys is spoiled. What do you think of yourself? What are you planning to do? What is wrong with you? So what Daksha says is true. The service given to law, service given to him by law, that will increase the population of the world, which he was doing it very sincerely. But Narmani delivered that. The priority, what pleases the Lord more, just increase the population or get delivered. Increasing the population in the prison house is good, or deliver the people from the prison house is good. Which is good? When the government is happy, when the people are away from the prison house, the government is very happy. More and more people in the prison house, government is very sad. Rather, this middle world is a prison house. What you can establish here? You cannot establish anything in this middle world. You cannot establish anything. One thing you can establish is our love for Krishna, our relationship with Krishna and the devotees, that we can develop. Nothing else is good in this middle world. Shamayevahi kevalam. Everything is waste of time. Dharma swam sistapumsa. Vikshashyana krasyaha. Na utpati yadiratam. Shamayevahi kevalam. What are the occupation we have? That should be connected to the message of Krishna. What are the activity we do? That should be a yajna to Krishna. If we don't do this one, if you're not connected to the message of Krishna, and we're not following that, we're not doing it practically, everything is waste of time. So what are these boys were doing? Haryashiva, Shaulasya, it's a waste of time. It's all the material world for what? So Narmani, his job is that, deliver. He made so many wonderful devotees, Prahalad, Dhruva Maharaj. Not one, two. This is a big list. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada went to America, like Narmani. All horrible people, very downtrodden people, hippies. He gave them Krishna consciousness. By his purity, he made them into wonderful devotees. Then he started spreading the holy name around the world, establishing so many centers. So this will please the Lord. How to deliver everybody from this middle world? Not I just get delivered, me and everybody. There's a mood of a pure devotee. Is a paradukha dukhi. Is always concerned about others. And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rupa Sanatana Goswamis. Go to Vrindavan, excavate all the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, so people can hear those pastimes, see those places, see the tirthas. They'll build beautiful temples and connect people to the temple deities. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Dhamodar, Radha Ramana, Radha Vallabha, Radha Govinda, connect them, Radha Rubina. Then write commentaries on the scriptures where ordinary people can understand. Then you behave yourself like a sadhu. Show the world how a sadhu should lead a life. There should be an example. There should be a role model. Without role model, what we can do? Our role model is Srila Prabhupada. Our role model is my Guru. You cannot have a wrong role model and follow, we go down in our consciousness. Always you should have a role model in your life, in Krishna consciousness. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you be a role model. Show the world how a sadhu behaves. So Rupa Sanatana Goswami sleep only 2 hours. chanting, studying the scriptures, writing commentaries on the scriptures, preaching to people. 22 hours less to do. 2 hours less to take rest. And who are they? Ministers. One was chief minister, other one was finance minister. Totally detached. Totally detached. Only Krishna consciousness. Pure Krishna consciousness. So Srila Prabhupada used to sit in Radha Damodar temple in his room, keep on looking at the samadhi of Rupa Goswami, crying, tears in the eyes. When I can fulfill the order of my spiritual master? When can I go to West and start preaching? Make the world Krishna consciousness. Guru's instruction is to cry. One night he went in the Rupa Goswami samadhi and crying. Rupa Goswami came there. He said, don't worry. You go to West. You'll be successful. I'll be with you. You go. Same principle applies to us also. When we follow the Guru's instructions, Parampara instructions, very seriously when we practice, then Krishna is there with us. Rupa Sanatana Goswamis are with us. Srila Prabhupada is with us. Then everything will be successful in Krishna consciousness. You can have all the colleges in your hands. Purity is the rules. Not all, there will be many obstacles. Mat prasada tarisyasi. Let there be obstacles, no problem. Mat chitta saladurgani. When you're conscious of me, all the obstacles are gone. Mat prasada tarisyasi. My prasada, my blessing is there. Why do you worry? But you should listen to me. Ajatatvam ahankara. But you go with your false ego, with your mind, with your I can do. Not keeping Krishna in the center. Now, Shoshasi, if you don't listen to me, now Vinakshasi, that's all, you are finished. So this is very. So Rupa Goswami is Sanatana Goswami. Take Raghunath Das Goswami. His father was a multi-millionaire. His father multi-millionaires. But he was not interested. Because he heard from Haridas Thakur. Shravanam again. He heard from Haridas Thakur. A right source. And he was hankering, when I can leave this palace-like building, when I can leave my beautiful wife, she was like Apsara, when I can go and join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and chant and work for his mission, when this can happen, it was burning in his heart. The day came, he left. He went to Vrindavan, to Jagannath Puri, met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced it. And told Swarup Damodar, the secretary, take care of him. Then he became very exalted devotee. Just imagine, when after Mahaprabhu left this world, when he closed his pastimes, he went to Vrindavan. Why? To jump from Govardhana Hill and kill himself. Without Mahaprabhu, what I can do? My Lord is not there, why I should be here? But Rupa Sanatana Goswamis, they preached to him. They said, no, you should stay back. You should stay back and spread the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the instruction is stayed back. Have we stayed? When Mahaprabhu left this material world, he stopped eating grains. He was eating just one cup of fruits. When Sanatana Goswami left, he stopped eating fruits. He was taking one cup of buttermilk. When Rupa Goswami closed his pastime, he stopped that. He was drinking only water. We're always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. He was performing the austerities so nicely. Radharani used to come behind him and stand cover his head with her pallu, keep him away from the sun, scorching sun. She was serving him. And that is our parampara. That is our parampara. Gopala Bhatta Goswami, what about him? Just to please him. One Salagrama Shila, Radha Damodar Shila, turned into Radha Raman deity, the most beautiful deity in the world, and very powerful deity in the world. Small, very beautiful. So he started serving Radha Raman. And the standards of deity worship is very high. Gopala Bhatta Goswami introduced all the systems, how to worship the deity, Radha Raman, very nicely. So that is our parampara. So what should be our standard? We should simply follow them. Usan Isyan Dharya. Tat karma pravartana. Sangat Tyago Satamta. Sadbir Bhakti Prasadyati. Utsan. Be always very enthusiastic. Prabhu Goswami said. Nishya, be very confident. Yes, I'll be successful by following this process. Dharya, have a lot of patience. Don't lose your patience. Tat karma pravartana. Continue with your bhajan. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Pavasevanam. All the services you do, continue. Sangha Tyago. Avoid the non-devotees. Avoid the non-devotional activities, which is shrinking our consciousness. Satavrita, follow in the footsteps of great acharyas. Sadbir Bhakti Prasadyati, then we get bhakti. We don't follow this, what we do? Atyahara Prashasya, Prajalpa Niyamagraha, Janasangastya Lavyamcha, Sadbir Bhakti Vinashyati. Atyahara, reading more than necessary, having more books than necessary, eating more than necessary. Prashasya always endeavoring for material things, which is very difficult to get. Janasangasya, mingling with the ordinary people, those are strongly situated in the moods. Lavlyamcha, being greedy, hankering. Prajalpa, always talking grammar, which is not connected to Krishna. Niyamagraha, following the rules and regulations of the scriptures just for namesake or neglecting it. Sadhvir Bhakti Vinishyati, Bhakti is gone. Bhakti is gone. So we should be very careful. Very meticulous bhakti means Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Tivrata, intensity. Intensity should be very high, not casually. Casually in the initial stages, yes, casually, yes, initial stages, not after many years. We should set a good example to the juniors. With our behavior, with our talking, our daily practice, show it. Visibly, people should see what I am doing to inspire, to be a good role model. Then many newcomers will be inspired. Young boys in the colleges will be inspired. And regularly studying the scriptures. I have a friend, very elderly person. When he was young, he used to chant few rounds, but was not studying the books. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, no. One day he thought, I should spend 15 minutes studying Bhagavad Gita. Because he was not happy. What was the practice he was making? He was not happy. In Krishna consciousness, he was not happy. Because he was not following the process properly. He was very dull in Krishna consciousness. Actually, in Krishna consciousness, there is no dullness. Because when you don't follow the process, then it actually becomes very dull. There will be no enthusiasm. So he thought, let me study Bhagavad Gita 15 minutes. Evening 4 o'clock, you take the book, Bhagavad Gita, and study Bhagavad Gita. Every day. 15 minutes only. After 15 minutes, close it. 1 week, 2 weeks over. He was very happy. He felt some happiness. Wow. Some happiness. So nice it is. I feel little happiness is there. What if I increase to half an hour? Then 15 minutes, after a few weeks, increase to half an hour, 30 minutes. 30 minutes you're studying Bhagavad Gita. Wow! It went on for a few months. So nice. He's becoming happy. He's increasing his spiritual content. When you increase the spiritual content, material content comes down. In a bowl, dirty water is there. How to make it clean? Pour good water. Pure water is poured, keep on pouring. One stage, all the dirty water is out, only pure water is there. Like that, our heart is got so much dirt. Keep on filling with good spiritual contents. Then heart gets cleansed. There will be Bhakti Rasamrita for Krishna. Bhakti Rasa will be there. That is Krishna consciousness. Remove the bad and put the good. Bad means all material things. Good means only Krishna consciousness. Fill it up. Fill the heart with Krishna consciousness. That's the purpose. So this gentleman, this devotee, from half an hour increased to 45 minutes. From 45 minutes increased to 1 hour. Seeing you are so happy reading the Bhagavad Gita, practicing the principles very carefully. His wife was inspired. Wife joined him. Together they were studying. Then after a few months, they increased from 1 hour to 2 hours a day studying Bhagavad Gita. Wow, both husband and wife, they're so happy. Very happy. Bodhyanta parasparam, tadantascha mam nityam, tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. Machitta matagata prana, bodhyanta parasparam. Tadantascha mam nityam, tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. When my devotees, those who have dedicated their lives to me, sit together and discuss my katha, not some katha. Tadantascha mam nityam. Constantly, every day, tushyanti cha. Totally satisfied in their lives. Ramanti cha, very blissful, very happy. God says in the Gita. One of the Chaturshloki, third sloka, second sloka, Chaturshloki. So you see, Lord is telling, sit down and read, study my book, discuss my katha. Nityam, constantly, not once in a blue moon or only in Ekadashi. No, every day. Every day we eat, every day we sleep. We do so many activities. Gita, we should study. Bhagavatam, we should study systematically. Tushyanti cha, very happy. Ramanti cha, satisfied. Ramanti cha, very happy. So this couple, they were enjoying their lives. They had a daughter, 24 years old girl. Very beautiful girl. One day she got some problem, health problem, and she died. She died. These are mother and father. Those who are dedicated to Bhagavad Gita. They were shocked. How is that? Oh Krishna, every day we will give our time to you, studying, being with you, studying, discussing, conscious of you. How you took our daughter. The lives were devastated. For 1 day. They did the carnation. Funeral is over. Next day, they were sad, very sad. Tears in their eyes. But evening 4 o'clock came. They said, it's time for Bhagavad Gita. Let's sit down and study Bhagavad Gita. Both husband and wife, they sat, started reading Bhagavad Gita. In few days, they're out of that lamentation. Again, same, they're very happy. This relationship in this middle world is temporal. This mother, father, children, wife, husband, friends, it's all temporal. Like Chitraketu Maharaj's son, Ashashoka, he dies. Chitraketu Maharaj is beating his chest and crying. The Narada comes and blesses the child, and the child gets up and he talks. Why are you crying? You're not my father, I'm not your son. I had many fathers, I had many mothers. You're one among them. Why are you crying? What is this middle relationship? The two sand particles on the banks of the ocean. There are unlimited, infinite, multitude sand particles. Two sand particles are together, A and B, they're together. Once the wave comes and hits, these two sand particles are gone. We don't know again they may come or may not come. That is this middle relationship. My dear so-called father, don't lament. Instead, give your time to Krishna. Chant his name. Take the association of the devotees. Don't waste your time, my dear father. And again he fell. So Chitraketu Maharaj came to his senses. I'm a Angirimani told that. Narada Muni, Angirimani were there. Angirimani told, oh Chitraketu Maharaj, first when I came to you, you asked for a son. How foolish you. Never I was expecting you to ask me transcendental knowledge, but you never asked me the knowledge, transcendental knowledge. Krishna consciousness never asked me, you asked for a son. I gave a son and son died. You are lament. Always ask for transcendental knowledge, Krishna consciousness. So this couple, they lost their daughter. In 2 days, they recovered by studying Bhagavad Gita. When you sit with Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, you are sitting with Krishna. You are sitting with Krishna. Krishna is there. When the devotee is very serious, you want to study, Krishna manifests there. As Srila Prabhupada says, every page you turn Srimad Bhagavatam, you can see Krishna. Every page. It all depends what kind of consciousness I have, how I am approaching Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Time pass or casual? Intensity, tivrena, bhakti yogena. Then everything will change. Everything will become wonderful. So Lord says, Shipram bhavate dharmatma, sasha chantim nigachati, kamteya jnani, name bhakta pranishati. Lord will protect his devotee. Who is a devotee? Who is following the 5 angas of bhakti. One is sadhu sangha, chanting Harinam Sankirtan, regularly hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavata Shravana, Vigraharana, worshipping the deities, Matravasa, staying in the dham, visiting a dham. The 5 angas of bhakti, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very important. Then Kaunteya Vijani, Name Bhakta Pranishati. My devotees will never perish. I do not declare to the whole world, my devotees will never perish. Hare Krishna. Now I can take some questions from you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, you told the story of Aryashvas. No, Narada Muni came and told the story. It take 10 or 5 minutes. Harivash understood everything with 5 minutes. We are also in the devotion. We are also hearing the everything from Guru, but it take time getting realization that 50 sometimes. But Harivash was take fraction of seconds. He realized everything and went back to the Godhead. How get there that much of realization?
Yeah, when Narada Muni came there, when he saw Harishavas, Narada Muni became very happy. Because what are the practice they were doing? They were doing it so perfectly. For example, I'm chanting my rounds. I'm chanting very perfectly. You're chanting 16 rounds, hearing very nicely. You're not missing your Mangalarti. You're studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Then Narvam will come to you. A guru will come to you. If we don't do things, we do hodgepodge. Narvam will never come to us. The bhakti will never rise in the heart. What are the instructions we got from Guru, or a sadhu, or a devotee? We should follow very strictly, very seriously. Then there is tattva, principle. Guru is there. Narvam is a principle. Guru tattva, Guru comes there. He will inspire you within the heart. What are the practices you do? Harishavas, they're practicing so nicely, they have conquered the mind. When Narvam told one story, Paramatma Samayataha, they reached Krishna. Paramatma Samayataha, Sita Ushna, Sukadapeshwar, Tamana Pamanayo. For them, no duality. Everything is okay. Heat, cold, happiness, distress, honor, dishonor, it's all same. They're out of this duality. Three modes means duality. Traigunya Vishya Nistraigunya Bhavaguna. Arjuna raised about the three modes. Vedas are full of these three modes. Traigunya Vishya Veda. Whereas packed with the three modes. Bhakti is very little. That bhakti can be approached only through Guru. With humility. Pranipatena. Pariprashnena sevaya. Ask questions. Get the answers. Then do some seva. Tattvadarshis, they will teach you. They'll show you Tattvadarshinaha. Tattva, what is Krishna consciousness? Then we can see Radha Govinda on the altar as Radha Govinda. Others will be seeing beautiful marble deities all our lives. Abhyasa, practice. Abhyasa yogi yuktena, chetasa nanagamina, paramam purusham divyam yatipartam chintaya. Chinta, what is the chinta? Always think, what is that? Paramam Purusham Divyam. Think of me, Krishna. Paramam Purusham, Paramam Purushaya. Divyam, transcendental. Abhyasa yogi uktena. Practice. Practice what? Chinta. Chintaya. The Krishna, the Supreme Personality Godhead, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Then, yes, few minutes you can change. When you are desperate, the Lord is pleased. Paramatma is there. When He is pleased, He will do wonders, He will do miracles. What of Mrugari? Narama just gave some instructions. He followed the instructions. He became Mahabhagavata. What of Valmiki? Narama gave little instructions. He became Mahabhagavata. He scripted Raman. Okay? You got it? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Do anyone have questions? Leela Krishna, Prabhu, having a question.
Yeah.
Thank you for wonderful class, bro. Bro, my question is, you said about increasing our spiritual content, no, bro. Meanwhile, we're increasing spiritual content. We are sometimes what happens, bro. Our material content also increases. We are pouring good water, but at the time of completely pouring good water, completely turning into good water, we are pouring also dirty water. How we can get, how we can...
I told you in a bubble, dirty water is there. If you keep on pouring good water, take a pipeline from the tap, full force, keep on pouring, what happens? Good water is there. But if you have a pipeline, clean water, one pipeline to the drainage, both you put it, what will happen? Good water is there, dirty water is there, both are there. So, heart is dirty. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madhavatsarya. It has been cleansed. So, increase the spiritual content, keep on pouring. No doubt mental desires come, no doubt will come. Push it aside. More chanting, more studies, more seva, more association, more studies. Plus, you do a spiritual thing also. Okay, fine, do it. I told you many times about time management. 8 hours for the body, 8 hours for the soul. 8 hours for service. 8 hours for the body, 6 hours sleeping, 2 hours eating food, taking bath. 8 hours service, going to college. 8 hours for the soul. For soul, are we giving time to the soul? Soul time we are taking for service. Soul time we are taking for the body. Then the spiritual content will not increase. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, maintain a timetable. Maintain a timetable. Write down, today how many hours I give for the soul? How much time I give for the body? How much time I give for the service? Service in the temple or outside the temple doesn't matter. You're doing it for Krishna. In the temple, directly doing for the Krishna. Outside, you're studying. That's also, yes, you're a devotee. I'm doing this service to Krishna. I'll become a nice devotee. I'll become an engineer or a doctor. Tomorrow, I'll serve the devotees in a Krishna. I do service in a Krishna conscious manner. I'll become leader in the society. Let that Acharya says, come on, be an exemplary leader. Set a good example to the society. The common people will follow you. What are the standards you set? The whole world pursues it. For Krishna's sake. Become a leader in the society. Become an IAS officer, but be Krishna conscious. In any situation, be Krishna conscious. And how to serve the society, how to give Krishna to the society, to the people. That should be the motive. With the part. So, when you keep feeling more Krishna consciousness, after you maintain the timetable, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Ekadashi day, you do some introspection. How many hours I gave for the soul, for myself? How much time for the body? And how much time for the seva, service? You'll come to the various time. When soul time is 8 hours, fantastic. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Srila Prabhupada, what they should do? 2 hours for the body. Body 6 hours for the seva or for the soul. That's how to become a Paramahamsa. How to become a Paramahamsa. Anybody can become Paramahamsa. They follow these principles given by Acharyas. Okay? You got it?
Prabhu,
Yeah.
the influence that we get from material or college or any, that much same influence or effect that doesn't have from spiritual side, no, Prabhu. When we go to college, we'll have more effect. No, we'll get our mind changes more. But when we spend time to spiritual, but that much effect doesn't come, Prabhu.
So in the college, you have friends, Krishna conscious friends you have? You have friends? 1 or 2 friends?
No Krishna consciousness friends. All are.
All are the secular. Huh? You should at least 1 or 2, you should make them for you. You got to preach to 1 or 2. Make them devotees and keep with you. That's very important. Association is very important. Or every Sunday or every evening when you come back, you should meet the devotees, spend some time with them. You got my point? You need the association of the devotees. Otherwise, it will become dry. And mental energy will fall for it. Simply it will drag us. What you say is true. What kind of association we have, accordingly we behave. Very good devotees, serious devotees, you become very serious. Hodgepodge devotees, you become a hodgepodge devotee. Just karmis, you become karmi. Karmis are not bad. They are the part of the Vedic Dharma. But material, fruity mentality. Okay?
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Any other devotee? Hare Krishna, bro. Any other devotees online? Raman, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat, Prabhu.
Oh, Ramananda is there, doctor. Tell me.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So thank you very much for the wonderful class. Prabhu.
Okay.
how to always be on the positive side, even when we, as Leela Krishna Prabhu also told, when we go to the college or to the job, where we should always feel gratitude for all the things that are coming to us. Actually, we try to neglect it, and we face consequences for that. How to be grateful for all the everything's positive happening in our life. Even at workplace also, there are positive things happening, but we don't consider. And the negative things, what happened, we carry to the home, and we start contemplating on that, and we try to decrease our spiritual practice. How to overcome that, and how to be grateful and see the positive things happening in our life.
Let's say more Sankirtana should be there. When you come home, you got to spend at least for half an hour, 45 minutes, you should do Sandhya Arati,
Yes.
Namaste Simaya.
Yes.
Or half an hour, just now I told the example of that GOT.
Yes.
How he and his wife studying Bhagavad Gita for 2 hours.
Yes.
What happened? The daughter died. Not a ordinary thing. Daughter died. 24 years old girl died.
Yes.
They were sad for 1 day.
Yes.
Again, the time came, Bhagavad Gita time, they sat and studied. They're out of it.
Yes.
Lord comes there. So when you're serious, Lord is with us.
Yes.
When you're serious in devotional life, Lord is with us.
Yes.
Constantly, Lord is with you. Paramatma Samayataha.
Yes.
What is that? Daiva Prakritim Ashitaha. Mahatmanastum Mam Partha. Daiva Prakritim Ashitaha. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. Ananya, focus.
Yes.
Totally focused, not a hodgepodge. Ananya Bhakti.
Yes.
Sometime we should do Ananya Bhakti.
Yes.
Let that day come, let me see when I become old, I'll do Ananya Bhakti. No, tomorrow morning I may die.
Yes.
Let me do Ananya Bhakti now. What is for 1 hour?
Yes.
Totally focused.
Yes.
The focusing is important. Ekeha Kurunandana.
Yes.
Fully focused. I give the example. You have seen the bullfighting?
Yes.
Bullfighting, the matador holds the red cloth.
Yes.
The bull attacks, he escapes, right?
Yes.
That time, there is focusing. Full
Yes.
focus. That time I cannot see, take his mobile and see WhatsApp.
Yes.
The bull will come and hit him and kill him.
Yes.
How is my focusing? The bull, raging bull is attacking him, but how is he escaping?
Yes.
Like that, the Maya is attacking us, Kalipurusha is attacking us. How we should be focused?
Yes.
Now and then the Kalipurusha is coming with the horns
Yes.
to attack us.
Yes.
I should be Ekaha Purnamana. Bahusha Kainatasya, Udeva Vevsayana. But those are not focused. Their intelligence is many branched. Those are focused. My duties are focused. Only Krishna consciousness. Even if you're studying or even if you're working. So I had in the company, there was a company I worked, Michael Bosch. Myself were 3 devotees. We made about 10 to 15 devotees we made. So we had a solid association.
Yes.
Though I have to go to the company, I have to feel I am going to temple.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Yes.
I have to wait to go to company. Working is one thing, I used to work very sincerely, but lot of discussion, katha. My friends will discuss, hey, I read that book. Prabhupada Leelamrita, Prabhupada said this. I read Bhagavad Gita, this point Krishna told. We should discuss a lot and preach a lot. Lively it was.
Yes.
And we were planning how to do Ratha Yatra inside the company. In a multinational German company, we were planning. But Krishna had a different plan. He pulled me out. He surrendered.
Yes.
But we were planning how to do Ratha Yatra inside the company. We were planning that 12,000 people to make all 12,000 people devotees. That was our agenda. Myself, my 2 friends.
Yes. Yes.
How to make the 12,000 people devotees. My commitment, every Sunday, bring 1 devotee to the temple. From my company. Every Sunday. Like that, I brought for 2 years. Every Sunday, 1 person, new person, from the same place. Introduce them to Krishna consciousness. I cannot preach effectively. But in the temple, the devotees preaching very effectively. Sunday lecture. Bring them. Let them hear the lecture. Let them eat the prasad. Let them see Krishna Balaram.
Yes.
So, not naturally. Then Krishna Balaram was pleased. My Guru was pleased. Go to Tirupati. Be with Balaji. Build a temple there. Let more pilgrims come there, thousands of people. And he see the deities, hear the holy name, take Bhagavad Gita and go home.
Yes.
Lord used me as an instrument because little bit enthusiasm I showed.
Yes. Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Ramananda Hare Krishna.
Dandavad.
None of us.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Here is a question. Prithvi Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for wonderful class. When experiencing this miserable world, how to get strength to move forward to do our duties? Question by Prithvi Prabhu.
I told you, Ananya Bhakti is very important. Very, very important. How we do our bhakti. When we commit too many sinful activities in the past birth, and again I am committing sinful activities now, then it's not possible to do Ananya Bhakti. Yesham Tatagata Papa. Janama Punyakaramana. Not possible. The Mohan Nirmukta. Bhajante Mam Dridhavrataha. Dridhavrata is not possible. Dridhavrata is possible when you're free from the sinful activities. And the sinful attitude even we have, Bhoga, I want to enjoy, or keep committing offenses, then we cannot do Ananya Bhakti. So we should be very careful how we do our Krishna activities very nicely, very carefully under proper guidance of the spiritual master or the spiritual master representative. Expert guidance we need to move forward. If the guidance is not there, we take the guidance from my mind. What is the level of my mind? So read Srila Prabhupada books every day. As I told you the story, the couple reading every day 2 hours Bhagavad Gita. Read every day, fixed time, for at least half an hour, or 20 minutes, or half an hour, 1 hour if possible. Make some notes, not blind reading. Make some notes, contemplate on the notes. That notes you preach to others. Preach, you get life. If we don't preach, we are dead bodies. Prabhupada said, walking dead body. We should preach. Very important. Preaching is life, full of life. Then Krishna wants lively, then you handle everything very nicely. Krishna will give the intelligence. Sarvasya chaham, hridaya sannivisto, mata smriti gnanamapuram cha. Vedasya sarvayada, aham neva vedya, vedanta krit veda vidyeva chaham. I'll give the intelligence. I'll give the remembrance. What to speak, when, what, how. I'll give you. Krishna is there in our words. Krishna is present in our talk. How? Ananya Bhakti. Krishna will do the magic. He'll enter. He'll make you do. Krishna will become very active in your life. He'll do miracles. So we should be conscious of Krishna all the time. How is this possible? Increase the spiritual content means sadhu sangha, bhagavata shravana, vigraharadhana, harinama sankirtana. These are spiritual content. When you keep increasing, material content comes down. Then there will be no problems. Krishna will remove all the obstacles for you. Machitta saradurgani, mat prasada tarishyasi. I will remove everything, don't worry. Atasyatam ahankaram. But you don't do that. You don't listen to me. You are working with your ahankara. What can I do? Nashoshyasi, you don't listen to me. Vinakshasi, you are lost. You are lost in the samsara. So Prabhupada says, every sloka in Bhagavad Gita, the important slokas, which you like, which Prabhupada, I take the sloka book. My handbook is Prabhupada's sloka book. I keep always sloka book with me. Prabhupada's sloka books, not reference books. So many wonderful slokas. Take this Prabhupada sloka. We're studying Bhagavad Gita. Study the 9th chapter. And read the translation, read the purpose. Read Bhagavad Gita systematically, sloka book also. Keep it with you, like a handbook. It will help you a lot. My handbook is a Prabhupada sloka book. There's Bhagavad Gita, there's Bhagavatam, there's Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's Brahma Samhita, there's Nectar of Devotion, there's Nectar of Instruction. Vedas are there. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is there. And Rupa Goswami statements are there. Chanakya Pandit statements are there. What of Prabhupada spoke, everything is there. Have it. You all know that, right? Prabhupada sloka book is an amazing book. I got one copy in my office. I got one copy in 201. I got 2 copies in my house. One when I travel, I take one. Prabhupada says to study one sloka and contemplate on it. Contemplate. Tarko pratishta, shatayo vibhinna, naso rishiryasya, matam na bhinnam, dharmasya tattvam nita guhayam, mahajana inagata sapantaha. Following the footsteps of Mahajana. Not by tarka, by logical understanding. Logic's no. Just reading the Vedas. No. Agreeing to all kinds of philosophy. Yes, correct. Naso rishyasya matam na bhinnam. No, everything is okay, fine. No. Dharma satyatam nita guhaya. The secret of Krishna consciousness, tattva, dharmasya tattvam nita guhaya, is hidden in the heart of a pure devotee. Mahajana enagata sapantaha. You follow in his footsteps, then you get all the knowledge. Not by tarka, not by Vedas, not by agreeing to different kinds of philosophies. Dharmasya tattvam nita guhaya is hidden in the heart of a pure devotee. Mahajana enagata sapantaha. Follow in his footsteps. Sangha tyaga satavruta. Then we get the bhakti. That's the process. Divya jnana hriday prakoshito. Jnana flows from heart to heart. Okay?
Is it okay, Prithvi Prabhu?
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Last 4 minutes. Anybody else?
Happy to see all of you. I hope you're having a nice time. Pandemic is a blessing. A real blessing. Pandemic is simply amazing. Corona is simply amazing. Krishna will teach lessons. If you don't learn through Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, he'll teach through Corona. Adi Daivik relation. So utilize this time properly in Krishna consciousness. Fine. No problem. In any situation, we can be happy if we are Krishna conscious. With Corona, without Corona, it's fine. Okay? Then Gopal, it's fine.
Prabhuji, thank you very much, Prabhu, for spending your valuable time.
Hare Krishna.
Let's extend our gratitude to His Grace Revati Raman Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Jai Shri Shri Radha Govind Bhagavan Asaki Brinda ki jai.
Jai,
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Gurudev ki jai. Bhagavad
Jai.
Gita ki jai.
Jai.
I go Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.